Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to Diplomat's Desk. I am your host Meet Shah. If you follow Indian politics, you already know the pattern of Modi and Shah's era. Big organizational moves often comes with small names leaders who do not dominate TV debates, do not run mass personality cults, but quietly climb the ladder. And now a name many outside Bihar barely knew, Nitin Nabin. In December 2025, the BJP appointed him as National Working President, a role that effectively positions him to take over JP Nadda's hand over the responsibility. So today we'll do a deep political analysis. Who exactly is Nitin Nabin, his past and present, why the BJP chose him, what the party gains strategically, what this says about BJP RS's equation and India's political direction, and forward-looking predictions, what to watch next. Just a little disclaimer here, this analysis uses publicly reported information and political inference, no paid promotion. The BJP Parliament Board appointed Nitin Nabin as National Working President via a notification issued by BJP National General Secretary Arun Singh, and it took effect immediately. This move was widely read as a transition signal, with JP Nadda's having served extended time beyond his original term period. Shortly after the appointment, reports said Nabin resigned from the Bihar cabinet, a normal step when moving to full-time national organization work. Now the key phrase is working president. Is party structure. It's often used when the former president is still in office, but responsibilities begin shifting to the successor in waiting, especially during elections, organizational reshuffles, or leadership transitions. Let's go beyond the headline and map his journey. Nitin Nabin is a BJP leader from Bihar, closely linked to Patna's politics. He entered active electoral politics after the passing of his father, Nabin Kishore Prasad Sinha, who was himself a BJP leader and former MLA. He won his first election in a bypoll from Patna's west and later became a long-term MLA from Bankipur after delimitation. He is described as a five-time MLA with wins in Bankipur across multiple election cycles, including a high-profile 2020 contest where he defeated actor politician Shatrughan Sinha's son Love Sinha by a clear margin. Nabin has held significant roles in Bihar government. Reports identify him as holding the road construction portfolio in Nitish Kumar's cabinet at the time of his national appointment. This matters. The BJP is not picking someone who only knows slogans, they are picking someone who has handled administration and budgets. Multiple reports describe him as organization hand, disciplined, low profile, and deeply involved in building networks, especially through the party's youth ecosystem and grassroots coordination. In BJP's internal culture, the organization first tag can be more valuable than mass celebrity, especially when the central leadership wants control, message discipline, and smooth elections. Now let's shift from the biography to strategy. Why would Modi, Shah, and the broader BJP system want a Nitin Nabin at the top? A widely discussed theme in analysis is that the BJP has increasingly elevated leaders who are not regional power centers, leaders dependent on the central command rather than commanding their own charismatic faction. The diplomat's analysis explicitly links this to a larger Modi-era pattern: prevent competing personality cults at regional level so the central brand remains dominant. Whether you admire or criticize it, this is a coherent political design. One national phrase: tightly managed state leadership plus disciplined organizations. Post 2024 Lok Sabha elections, national reporting described the BJP and RSS as taking more time and wanting a leader rooted in Parivar ecosystem, not just a charismatic campaigner but a disciplined organizer. So if RSS influence is rising in organizational matters, it strengthens the case for someone with cadre credibility, organizational experience, lower personal ambitions signaling team player. Bihar is not just another state, it's a high seat count battleground and a key NDA pillar. Putting a Bihar leader in a top national organization's role can strengthen BJP's cadre morale in eastern India, signal organizational seriousness ahead of hard elections, balance internal representation across regions. Also note, at the state level, BJP leadership changes in Bihar have been active recently, showing the party is reorganizing for the next phase. One of the most repeated media points is Nabin's organization role in Chhattisgarh, first as co-in charge and later as in charge, where reporting credits him with micro-level coordinations, feedback loops from grassroots workers, and strengthening cadre momentum. For the BJP, that's the goal, because the party's real strength is not only in speeches, it's both booth management, cadre discipline, and election machinery. At around mid-40, Nabin's elevation can be read as a generational, but without threatening existing seniors. It suggests the BJP is building a leadership bench for the next decade while keeping ultimate command structures intact. To understand why this pick matters, we have to place it inside India's current political scenario. After 2024, the BJP remained dominant but faced a more competitive environment and coalition management becomes more salient. In that climate, parties often prefer organizers over stars because organizers reduce risk, fewer surprises, fewer internal rebellions. The opposition's strongest route is not one national face, it's state by state consolidation, alliances, caste arithmetic, and local narratives. That means the BJP response will likely be stronger state units, sharper booth level management, faster organizational course corrections. A low profile national chief or chief in waiting also helps keep the BJP's messaging singular. Media analysis describes a system where top branding flows from Modi and organizational heads execute strategy rather than create parallel centers. Now, the forward looking part, these political analysis predictions, these are not certainties, they are probabilities based on the patterns and incentives. If Nitin Nabin's elevation is rewarded internally, expect more state presidents and key in charges who fit the same mold disciplined, low controversy, cadre linked execution focus. With organizational attention on Bihar and experiences in states like Chhattisgarh highlighted in reporting, watch for BJP to invest heavily in booth infrastructure, youth cadre, local influencers rather than only big rallies. If the RSS has indeed reclaimed influence in organizational choices, as reported, we may see leadership selections that prioritize ideological routing and cadre pathways over pure media popularity. The likely model going forward, Modi remains the primary national vote magnet. The party president, working president strengthens the machine. State leaders are rotated to prevent local kingdoms. This is consistent with the low profile leaders' thesis discussed in broader coverage. So, Nitin Nabin's rise is not just about one man, it's about political style. Choose organizers, not overloads. Choose loyalty and executions, not flamboyance. Keep the brand central, keep the machine disciplined. Whether you see this as a smart strategy or excessive centralizations depends on your political lens. But one thing is clear, the BJP is preparing for the next phase of Indian politics where elections are won by not only on charisma but on organizations. If you want part 2, I can break down what working president means in BJP's internal constitution and power flow and how this affects key leaders waiting in the wings. Like, subscribe and comment. Do you think low profile leadership makes a party stronger or weak? Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.